Voyage.
This is Agent Ayers.
Hey, Carm. Little birdie told me you had an interest in Aaron Kanterwitz and Menachem Cohen.
Hey, Jerry. You know them?
I didn't until last night.
Why, what happened last night?
4 shooters came for them.
And?
All 4 dead. Cohen took a slug to the left ass cheek. Tough Jews, those guys.
Any IDs on the shooters?
Not yet. It'll come. They're at the coroner's office now.
But pros?
Definitely.
What did Aaron and Mickey say?
They unconvincingly played dumb. Get this, though. They never called us. The only reason we even knew it happened was calls from neighbors. What do you like these guys for?
I'm not sure what yet, but I know they've got something to do with the wolf staffer who dropped dead in here.
Sounds like some shit I'm glad is above my pay grade.
Yeah, you're the lucky one.
For the record, I'm a Corona guy.
Noted. Thanks for the heads up.
Anytime, Carm.
I grabbed Agent Volkov and we headed over to Aaron's house. It was quite a scene.
Who came after these guys? Putin?
The house was riddled with bullet holes. Local PD was still completing their process with the scene. We showed our identification and were let in. While everyone else was there investigating the shooting, it also meant a chance for Agent Volkov and I to snoop around Aaron's home legally.
You know who that is?
Agent Volkov pointed to a photo on the mantle in the den. It showed a tall rabbi with a yarmulke and distinctive dark red hair, but graying hair, standing with 3 other men.
The rabbi? That's Ben Zvi. This picture was in the Times after that trial in New York in 1964. I found it in the archives. And the guy next to him? He was the governor of Colorado in the 60s, Larry Moore.
We had educated ourselves on the chaotic 1966 election. Larimore had been down by 6 points shortly before Zanoski was killed on the morning of Election Day. All roads seemed to lead back to this violent history that somehow connected Wolf, Aleph, Bet, the dead staffer, and Aaron and Mickey. You know how enemies of Putin's regime seem to conveniently die, falling out of windows or being poisoned?
Those are the ones he wants people to know about.
I'm starting to get the feeling there's a war here we're late to the party on.
To keep the National Independent People's Party down?
Larimore doesn't win unless Zanoski dies.
If that's their war, they're losing. Dirk is the governor, and he's pulling ahead of Ramirez for president.
How did polling ahead work out for Zanoski?
You think they're gonna try to kill Wolf?
I think we need to talk to Aaron and Mickey again. Mickey was laying on his stomach on a hospital bed. It was not a dignified look. Aaron sat by his bedside and glanced up at us as we entered the room, not surprised to see us.
If you wanted to see my tuchus, Agent Ayers, all you had to do was ask.
Funny. Don't turn over. I might decide you're going for a weapon and shoot you in the other cheek.
We thought you'd be here sooner.
Whoever tried to kill you did it after we left the office.
Maybe they got the wrong house.
That's good.
That's how you want to play this? We'll just leave now.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, agents, but don't let the curtain hit you in the ass.
That's not disrespectful.
And you're the one to be talking about being hit in the ass.
A comedian.
Whatever is really going on here, we're going to find out.
Good. Let us know when you do.
We have nothing to tell you. We don't know who those men were.
But you know who they work for, I'll bet.
Politics is a rough business.
Ramirez is down in the polls. Why won't you level with us?
Some things you have to learn on your own, Carmen.
We left, empty-handed. The way Aaron said my name, something about it was familiar. Agent Volkov went back to the office and back to researching ancient history. He was adamant that our answers would be there, somewhere in the archival news clippings, court records, history. While he researched the history of the alphabet, I found myself researching a different kind of history.
Hi, sweetheart.
Mom, What was my father's name?
Oh, what? Well, where's that coming from?
You don't think it's a little strange I don't know?
Why would you need to know?
He was my father.
No, he doesn't get to be called that.
Biologically.
He left, that's all you need to know. He doesn't deserve you.
And my grandfather?
Well, go see him. He'd love to hear from you.
Not your dad. My grandfather on my father's side.
That isn't a place you should go.
Mom, I have a right to know.
Not if it will hurt you. No, you don't.
Of course I do.
This will only bring you pain.
It's unhealthy to be this avoidant.
You're still young. You think you're grown, but you're still so young. The world is uglier than you know.
I work for the FBI. I'm aware.
Oh, you can't understand. And maybe I can't protect you anymore. But if you want to burn your hand on the stove, I'm not going to turn on the burner for you.
So you're just not gonna tell me? Ever?
Leave it alone. I'm done talking about this.
That night, I ordered a commercial DNA kit. I was tired of being talked at in circles and innuendos, like the world around me existed only in shadows. Whatever this was, I was going to look at it in the light of day. Alex? Agent Volkov was wearing the same suit as yesterday. His eyes were bloodshot and slightly manic-looking. As he was the visiting agent, he'd commandeered my personal office and turned it into a lunatic's hoard of printed-out documents, arranged around the room in a bizarre but seemingly purposeful pattern of stacks.
Sit down. I need to say this out loud before I pass out.
Maybe some sleep wouldn't be the worst idea? You could tell me after.
I have it all now. Sit down.
Okay. What did you find?
September 15th, 1966, Denver. There's a charity basketball game with college ball all-stars, mostly from Denver and Colorado. 2 Denver basketball players are in this game, Larry Cantor and Noah Bryant. They used to play on the same team, but tonight they're on opposite sides. Bryant fouls Cantor hard at one point. Turns out they were both romantically involved with the same girl, Charlotte Schlesinger. They're going back and forth the whole game. This is basically their game. 2 of them are the lead scorers and they're exchanging baskets. 30 seconds left. It's a 2-point game. Bryant's side is winning, and Bryant is driving for a basket that'll end it for good. That's when it happened.
What?
Bryant is going for that basket and Cantor fouls him. The word foul is not accurate, though. What he really does is murder him, literally. He slammed his fist into Bryant's neck, fractured his vertebrae, and crushed his thorax. And Bryant hits the floor, has an aneurysm, and dies on the spot. Charlotte ran onto the court to his body.
What does this have to do with Aaron and Mickey?
Everything. Stay with me. Not only is this big news at the time, there's a criminal trial. They charge him with second-degree murder. Cantor insists this was just a terrible accident. It goes to trial by October 28th, 1966.
Hold on. You said the game was September 15th.
Yes, I did.
You can't get a trial date for a speeding ticket that fast.
They wanted it before the election. Charlotte? She was the daughter of Michael Schlesinger, the lieutenant governor candidate of the Democratic Party. And guess who defended Larry Cantor?
F. Lee Bailey.
Cute, but no. Hi Levine. His great-grandson, Mickey Cohen.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Oh, we haven't begun to arrive at weird yet. The prosecutor, Zanoski.
While he was running for governor?
Yes and no. He wasn't running at the start of the trial. Hiram Alexander and Harley Bentley are assassinated while the trial's going on. Zanoski becomes the gubernatorial candidate by emergency caucus afterwards. Before all that happens, though, he questions Charlotte on the stand. This is the 60s, mind you, and she's talking about how she had slept with both Larry Cantor and Noah Bryant. She says she loved Larry, and he loved her and Noah Bryant. They were friends. Later, Larry takes the stand and says the same thing. Says it's a tragedy he'll have to live with the rest of his life. The jury buys it, and Larry Cantor is acquitted. And here's the kicker. Larry Cantor is Rabbi Ben Zvi, Cantorwitz's nephew.
Is? He's still alive?
He's in an assisted living facility, the Jewish Assisted Living Facility on Wabash Street, with Charlotte Schlesinger.
What are you saying?
For some reason that I don't have the answer to yet, that kid needed to die. It's just a coincidence? Come on. This murder is connected to the alphabet, 6 ways to Sunday. And there's 2 people on this planet who have to know what the real deal is here. And they're both still alive. And you need to talk to them.
Me? You're not coming?
That's why I needed to tell you, so I can sleep.
What does an FBI agent want with a couple of old Jews, ma'am?
Charlotte's trial testimony tracked. Larry did seem like the sweetest guy. There was a gentle twinkle in his eye. Charlotte, meanwhile, faced the window and occasionally glanced back at me, harshly. If anyone was a killer in this room, I'd have guessed it was her. They made for odd bedfellows, certainly.
Are we under arrest, Agent Ayers?
No. Is there any reason you should be?
Would you arrest an 86-year-old woman?
I'd arrest the Pope if he committed a crime.
I'll save you the time. We can't.
A man came into our office here in Denver. He said the words alphabet. He died not long after. He worked for Governor Wolf's campaign. And the more I learn about the alphabet, the more bodies I find in the pages of history. But now it's not just history anymore. 4 men died 2 days ago. I think whatever happened with you two in the 1960s, it's happening again now. And I think you know why.
One of the luxuries of getting old is that you don't have to talk to anyone you don't want to anymore. I've answered enough questions about my life to people like you. We're not in a courtroom. We're not in your custody. I'm not talking.
Do you vote, Agent Ayers?
I don't see how that's relevant.
Politics is cyclical. There's a theory. Actually, 2 Schlesingers came up with it. No relation to Charlie's dad, though. The United States national mood goes back and forth, liberal to conservative. Each phase generates the other phase. This goes all the way back to the creation of the Constitution. Liberal, conservative, liberal, back and forth. The New Deal, the Civil Rights era, the Reagan era. People who don't vote figure, hey, what's the worst that could happen? And you know what? For the most part, they're right. But not this time. And not back then either.
Larry.
That's all I have to say.
If it's so important, maybe I can help.
You can. And you will.
Enough!
I'm sorry. If you want to talk to us further, you'll need a subpoena or handcuffs.
I had missed a call while I was getting stonewalled by Larry and Charlotte, the coroner.
This is dead guy number 1. 2, 3, and 4 still on ice. But I thought you needed to see this.
The dead man was one of the shooters who had tried to kill Aaron and Mickey. He seemed unharmed until I noticed the bullet hole under his chin and the exit wound at the top of his skull.
See the tattoo?
There was a large tattoo in the center of the dead man's chest.
What'd that look like to you?
The Rocky Mountains?
Right, kind of. But turn your head 45 degrees. What do you see?
Sideways Rocky Mountains?
Look at that shape at the bottom, how it extends at a sort of angle. Kind of oddly, right?
Yes.
Now look at the lines of the mountain, carefully. Do you see anything in there?
Holy shit! It's a swastika.
Expertly covered up. But spend 6 hours looking at a body. It's there.
Alex! Agent Volkov was staying at a nearby hotel, having been effectively loaned out to us for this investigation. Alex, wake up! He hadn't answered his phone, which meant he was probably still sleeping.
Why do American women hate sleeping men?
What, Russian women love to watch men sleep?
No, you're right. It's a global phenomenon.
Are you gonna let me in?
Can I put on pants?
Ugh, I was hoping you would. Agent Volkov turned and left the door ajar, stumbling over to grab some pants. The TV was on, seemingly left on while he was asleep. The local news was playing. Don't you guys have to stay awake for hours to guard the president?
I've been spending too much time with you. I'm out of practice.
Agent Volkov sat on the edge of his bed, blinking the sleep out of his eyes.
Why have you done this to me?
One of the killers had a swastika tattoo.
A swastika? Wait, look.
We bring you breaking news this morning as we've just gotten word of the assassination of Governor Dirk Wolf's wife, Nancy Wolf. We're just hearing that a single shooter opened fire on Mrs. Wolf as she left the Mercy Children's Hospital in Aurora. The Secret Service was on the scene. We're told that the shooter was fired upon by Secret Service, but at this time has not been apprehended. Obviously, this is breaking news. We're still getting all the details, but Channel 7 can confirm that, tragically, Nancy Wolf has died. Governor Wolf's campaign is yet to put out a statement. We will have much more on this story in the coming hours.
Agent Volkov and I exchanged looks. He seemed suddenly revitalized, as if his weariness had vanished in an instant. I saw the Secret Service agent emerge from the tired man.
I need to make a call, and we need to speak to Dirk Wolf.
What followed was a series of frenzied phone calls. First, Agent Volkov called the deputy chief of the Secret Service. He called the assistant chief. He called the deputy director. And the deputy director called the acting director of the Secret Service. And after all those phone calls, the acting director called Jonas Wagner, Dirk Wolf's campaign manager. And this man had the sheer balls to say no. Dirk would not talk to us, or anyone. Of course, they understandably claimed he was grieving. And we could only watch, as in the days to come, Dirk spoke passionately at Nancy's funeral.
Peace at all costs. Peace with honor.
Hey, turn that up.
Peace with power.
I watched Dirk's speech at a bar. I'd never experienced anything like it. Everyone shut up and listened. This was history, and we all knew it.
There was a great man, Judge Hiram Alexander, who once led this party, the National Independent People's Party. One of the last things he said was that we would bring together a state that had been torn apart by dissension. And then he and Harley Bentley, another great man from the great state of Colorado, were gunned down in cold blood. Just like my life. In the parking lot of a hospital for children. Her greatest crime was loving me. And she died for it.
I saw it all. The whole span of this Cold War. Decades. The Alphabet and the National Independent People's Party. It was all connected.
I believe in peace. But sometimes in this world, peace must be won through strength. Sometimes you are either the nail or the hammer. And though we are a party of peace, on a mission of peace, we will not be afraid to be the hammer. Not everyone shares our belief in a peaceful world. You can extend an olive branch to a man, but if he takes it and breaks it in half, you must have the strength to ensure peace.
The swastika on the dead man.
When someone demands war, you give it to them until they beg for peace.
Fuck yeah!
The financial roots of the National Independent People's Party. German-American businesses founded in the late 1930s. In Berlin.
When we started this party, 3 good men were assassinated for daring to speak for peace. Hiram Alexander, Harley Bentley, Albert Zanowski. And now my wife has paid that same price. But we will not be deterred, no. If you strike us down, we come back stronger. Our enemies are here. They may be wolves in sheep's clothing, but they're here. And when I become president of the United States, know for a fact that I will not hesitate to prosecute our enemies, foreign and domestic, that stand in the way of the great peace that I will bring to this country. So help me God.
I looked around me and saw a bar full of drunk strangers united. Everyone but me, galvanized by Dirk's words. A milquetoast candidate was how he was viewed before. So bland, political white bread. But not now. Not anymore. I checked in with Agent Volkov. He told me the Secret Service had worked with the Justice Department and threatened to subpoena Dirk, which was sort of a bullshit threat. But if that leaked, it would look bad for Dirk's campaign. It would start a whisper campaign. Why wouldn't he want to cooperate with the government in the wake of his wife's assassination? That next morning, I went into the office, and Agent Volkov was there, cleaned up, wide awake, and as he lifted his hand to greet me, a little shaky.
He's here.
Who's here?
Dirk Wolf is in room 5. He says he'll only talk to you.
Endgame is a production of Voyage Media. The series is produced by Nat Mundel, Robert Mitas, and Dan Benamor. Executive produced by Norman Shabel, based on Norman Shabel's novel, The Aleph-Bet Conspiracy, available on Amazon. A link is in the show notes. Directed by Semmel. Written by Dan Benamor. Starring Maya Imani Estephanos as Carmen and Mitch Urban as Volkov. Additional cast credits available in the show notes. Edited, sound designed, and mixed by Christopher Moore. Original music by Derlis Gonzalez. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you're listening. And subscribe now for future episodes.